Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Outer Worlds 2. It's been a while since our last stream of this game. So as a reminder, what we did was we headed to the Greater Tranquility Station. We killed DeVray, and now that the rifts have expanded, the Earth Director has given us a new mission to take care of the rifts as quickly as possible, and they directed us to Praetor to acquire several materials required to take care of those rifts on Praetor. But to start with, we helped. Let's see. Sorry. So basically, we helped yes, we helped Niles help Zeb, and then she went matriarch on Praetor, where we found out some shady dealings between the Earth Directorate and the Protectorate. So now, I think what I want to start with is another mentioned side quest. Tristan wanted to talk.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss.
Yes. I didn't do it.
Relax, Commander. You are not under my authority to judge. Though if you were, that phrase alone would have certainly seen you hauled off to mental refreshment. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it, but with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul.
Why is the consul your biggest
Our
suspect?
mentor always disdained him thoroughly. And he, our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses.
How close are you, Virgil?
I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths. But little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt.
Are you sure they can be trusted?
If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship. Ha! I sincerely expect not. Much like myself, Virgil has been trained differently from the average Arbiter. His approach differs even from my own. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act. and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior. It is a novel, albeit strange, philosophy.
Forward to meeting you.
Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience.
I would hope
I
that
feel
treating
this
people
shall
with mercy
most
would get you
certainly
better
set our
results, but-
investigation into motion.
Okay, so we have a new side quest, but I think I want to investigate the Auntie's choice representatives on this. I think.
This is Auntie Cleo, offering a warm welcome to all visiting Auntie's Choice employees, affiliates in training, and ethically gray consultants who labor with committing to a side.
Auntie's Choice Undisputed Claim. Alright.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacers.
What did they mention?
Choice.
Well, I guess we better ask him that.
Mascot represents
Where'd you learn how to weld, anyway? Some fly-by-night indentured internship?
as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers chosen.
I'm Jean Turper Tyler, sixth base person for the
Can't you see I'm on the clock here?
I believe Spacers chose goal and the 56th inning. Then they made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that moon man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice, darling!
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace. Take it up with the head office.
I got you. I'm Auntie Cleo.
Half the Gulsers are barking today.
Never thought I'd be able to see the Undisputed Claim in all her glory. Visiting was invite only for us troopers, and even then, you had to pay a month's salary to secure entry.
Well, she seems excited.
Would have been worth every bit, though.
Do I look approachable? Because I'm not.
You want a punch?
You go on ahead. I'm shilly-shallying about what to do.
That's small change compared to experimental operations where top lab coats are...
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs.
Oh, we were invited here.
Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time, unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with, but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia.
No thanks. I'm gonna say no for
Fine,
now.
go on in. We're used to questionable characters like you being somewhat difficult. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, make your way through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk for details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Invaluable disposable agent. That's a statement.
The approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now?
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location?
I pay to ask questions.
Well, farewells are free.
I'm not paid to get my answers. Questions. Ask questions answered.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client
Seal.
intake.
Well, we have tickets.
Schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me.
Wow, this is first class.
Is it?
Through artificial means at Auntie's choice. To be 110, the ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's choice departments.
Hey, you, soldier with the, arm. Got a delivery for you. Got a delivery for an Inez Silong? That you? I mean, I'm sure it's you, considering there aren't many of you folk running about. But I've got to ask, company policy.
Yeah, it's me, all right. Who is asking, exactly?
Hey, just a courier friend. Nothing funny like. A soldier named Ortiz hired me to find you, if I could, and deliver this message.
What's the message?
Couldn't tell you. The client paid extra for complete confidentiality and prompt delivery. As a reminder, we don't offer return to sender service unless you pay double plus expediting charges. Until next time.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's choice, we understand that the marketplace is dying. What sort of reception do morally gray outsiders receive when they join up with
Feels like a glimpse of Arcadia's future, if Auntie's choice has its way.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something?
Suspicious.
Yeah, you dropped something. Word to the wise.
What's this drone
Mind your
doing in the
personal
back?
effects, intellectual assets, and major organs at all times. Plenty of opportunists here, eager to take you for all you're worth. You're lucky I found this, thing you dropped. Get me?
We, the middle managers of the ACS Undisputed Claim, are done with being passed over. We mean to take action or subcontract said action to a capable proxy. We invite you to Backdeck Steerage, which I am required to note as sponsored by Stogie Slims, to discuss this exciting business opportunity which we believe will be mutually advantageous to both parties. Parsimoniously yours, middle manager Twombly.
Beneficent scheduling and the best healthcare your bits can buy.
It's the burning sensation on everyone's tongue and upper GI tract. Exclusively at the bottom runger. We put the toxic in intoxication.
This must be where the head offices are.
She's the more.
It's all right. Stand up tall and act like you...
Attention, morally gray outsider. The adventure of your lifetime awaits. Auntie's Choice is hiring.
Yes.
Hello, daring self-determinivist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice esteemed, invaluable, disposable agent program. As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most
Invaluable
decisive and
disposable.
admirable
I love it.
tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results.
Live? Did you just say I might even live?
That's right. A life filled with action, adventure, riches, and romance awaits. Being an Ida will see all of your fantastical dreams come true. Now, if you'll just exit through to your left, 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting to speak with you. And remember, Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack offers our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets in one convenient package for an additional price.
Dehydrated water tablets.
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the Undisputed Claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed.
Okay.
It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice.
What do you need?
We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
What do you...
Be our eyes and
What do you want me to
ears,
do?
act as our emissary, and when necessary, dispense with any competition. I have a plan, a vision that will change the course of Auntie's Choice.
Yes, Charles, your vision. Created alongside myself, a team of researchers, slew of marketing experts, a moon-spanning computronic gizmo, and not least of all, Auntie.
I suppose you could say so. We have a very pressing, very specific need, and I do believe you will fit it perfectly.
If they're speaking this plainly about needing your services, their starting offer ain't gonna be stingy.
All right. Tell me about it.
Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
I mean, we're
If
already
I
going
understand
there.
correctly, they're having something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange.
Like
They've
what?
stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
What is this? What does this have to do with me?
Because, my ameliorator, we've never heard of such a thing. They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers. And what, pray tell, has them so aggrieved?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all
Well,
the
I mean, it sounds
opportunities
like they
Auntie's given them to
workplace
repay
rights.
us like this, I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to
Well,
work,
I need to know what
whatever
you're
it takes.
giving them first. No, not these two.
Negotiate. As in, give in to some of their demands. Won't that set a terrible precedent for others?
No, Ursula, it won't, because we won't be the ones doing it. That is exactly why we've hired you as my brand new perturbation ameliorator. You'll solve the problem for us, and we will retain absolute deniability.
Well, consider it solved already, almost.
Wonderful. You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
God, I hate these douchebags. Alright, let's go to Praetor and resolve this issue, I guess.
I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review. First up.
Can I fast travel? Hold on. Well, I guess if this gets me in good with Auntie's choice, I guess we should do it. I guess.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship it.
Let's just fast travel to the ship. Let's go to Praetor and figure out what to do at this point. Oh yeah, let's
Commander,
watch this.
over here. Commander, wanted to chat with you about the cartridge that courier gave us. Ain't heard from Ortiz in, might well have been a year at this point. That's how it goes when you've fallen behind and the other's got no choice but to keep moving. If he's spending his hard-earned bits to contact me now, there must be a real good reason. Would you watch the message with me?
Yeah.
Thanks, Commander. Would you do the honors and get it going?
Inez, it's Ortiz. Look, I ain't got long. Neither for this message nor for life. I made a mistake. I signed up to get grafted, but it's gone wrong. Should have known when I got to the lab that something was off. It was a secret, they said. We couldn't tell no one. And now my blood's infected and I'm as good as dead. Law, I just wanted to be like you. Throw myself at the problem, wrestle it down. I should have listened when they told me about how your graft hurt you. How it failed you. I should have reached out sooner. Maybe things would have been different. Please, find that lab on Cloister. It's in an ice cave, but I ain't sure where exactly. They hid it good. Whatever you do, Inez, stop them. Don't let them do this to anyone else. Please.
Commander, I ain't sure what to make of Ortiz's message. He's
probably already dead, if
He's
I'm being honest.
dying. If it's as he says, I ain't got a choice. I gotta find that lab and put a stop to things.
Of course.
Will you help me?
Okay, yes, but not now. Are you okay?
I don't even know how to answer that. I thought I might be able to see him again when all this was over, but I can't. All I can think to do now is get moving. Thank you, Commander. Now we just need to find those ice caves on Cloister. We keep our lamps lit, we ought to find the lab without much of a fuss. I hope.
Let's head to Praetor. Let's tackle this one one step at a time. Let's head to Praetor and then, you know, take care of the... Get these factory workers, and then we'll help Inez with her find the lab. How do I get down again? Ah, yes. Come on, ladies.
Standing by to stupefy.
Ugh.
To die.
This facility is the only thing keeping...
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access.
Certainly a dramatic way to go.
Well, this isn't what I'm looking for, so... Are you friendly?
You're about to enter territory controlled by Auntie's choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a raptidon.
Okay. Aww. They're kind of cute when they're
You
tame.
there. You came from outside the camp, didn't you? Do you have a minute to take a job? For science, of course.
What do you want?
Interested in work? Or was the allure of helping to advance science and being paid for it too much to resist? I'll get right to it then. I need someone to bring me a Gorvid egg.
Can I ask you what you need
I'm
it
a
for?
head biological researcher doing some fascinating and mighty important work with Gorvids. I sent my assistant off to the north with a tracking device, hoping he'd lay hands on a Gorvid egg. I desperately need that egg for my research. Could you bring me one? Oh, and bring back my assistant, too, if you find him with all his pieces still stuck together. He ain't much good for assisting in research if he's all torn up. Sound reasonable? Which of my assorted critters would you like to know about? We've got quite a pile of them here on Praetor. Excellent hunters, trackers, and shock troops. Extremely loyal, now that we have them on an all-meaty roll-ups diet. We tried them, and they were devastating for all of 12 hours. Then we found out the hard way that they're attracted to lightning, which I claim credit for discovering. Once all the queens got zapped, that was about it. There's no more real hives now, just a few wasps left in the mountains. Gorvids are absolutely fascinating. A sort of simian avian hybrid, extremely deadly.
Monkey
Absolutely
bird hybrids?
incredible physiology. I can't wait to have an egg. The thought of being the first person to catalog the process makes me positively giddy with excitement. The profits from my next few papers are going to be incredible. Guilty as charged. My job is studying which critters we can use to fight the Protectorate here on Praetor. Right now it's mostly raptidons, which I'd be more than happy to talk on at length if you've an interest. Sure thing. I sent him off with a tracking device to find a Gorvid egg. He might be out of his depth. Can you find him and bring him and the egg, or at least the egg, back for me? Almost definitely a lethal encounter with a Gorvid, ending in brutal dismemberment.
I don't like this at all.
That's what happened to my other 5 assistants.
How could you do that?
I know. You're absolutely right. I should have held one back to do all the grunt work. Now I have to take apart my own research station. What was I thinking?
Where?
We found signs of Gorvid activity. I sent him off in hopes he could put a tracker on a Gorvid. Then we could follow it back to its nest. Should be just north from here.
You're a psycho.
Something else then? Ask away. A little free information is a small price to pay.
I like research as much as an expert, but like...
Excellent question. There is some special process inside the egg that happens just before hatching. I need to watch this in a lab, then swoop in at the last second and dissect it.
What's in it for me?
Some bits? A rather unique weapon from my time in the projectile weapon division of the biological weapons team, and most importantly, a mention in my next paper.
A mention? Not even like special thanks? Not even like co-authorship?
Do they have chickens where you're from? Gorvids and chickens are very alike, except Gorvids are big, strong as an automech, absolutely deadly, and will happily murder you given a chance. Likely still tasty, though.
That's enough.
Something else, then?
I've had enough.
Thank you! I can hardly wait to get started on that egg.
Christ.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here end up as raptidon chow.
Yes, and?
I miss little Chompy. I hope he's getting enough to eat. I miss little Chompy. I hope he's getting enough to eat.
Hope I have enough saved up that my body doesn't wind up in the general feed and experimentation material bin.
Here we are.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants!
What's going on?
Workers are too rowdy. Door stays shut for now. Can't you see I'm busy trying to look busy?
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Okay, well I can't support I can't support Auntie's. I mean, obviously we couldn't support Auntie's choice, but like bottles and cans.
This feels less like an overt labor negotiation and more like a covert assassination operation. Of course, I'm fine with either, dear.
Wait, we're just sneaking in here. I didn't even think about it. We're just sneaking in here. Sorry, I need to eat. Restore health. This packaging stamper appears to be jammed. Well, that's not good. We don't have the traits to fix it.
be finding his hand a fairly feeds them.
I'm gonna edit that. What is that? Well,
Machines have been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm losing on adrenatime and antiphysos num-num.
let's see if we can get some information on this. Messages. What do you mean they stopped working? Relabelization overseer greetings. I was confused and alarmed to receive your message. What do you mean they stopped working? Have they been injured? Has the plant lost power? Are you out of inventory? Did Gorvid rip everyone's arms off? Nor do I understand what picket signs and a leader has to do with any of this. Picket signs. Please explain in detail. Nowhere in this illustrious history of Auntie's choice has work at one of Auntie's plants ever ground to a halt for this long. Even the outbreak of necrotic crabble cankers at our immunosol factory only slowed production to 2 shifts a day. Get this juvenile uprising sorted before it matures into a rebellion immediately. Your general ineptitude and notable failure to get your workers back on task has been noted in your file. Were I you, I'd expect disciplinary action. In the meantime, we're sending a disruption ameliorator to untangle your bungling. Pray they can sort it out, or your next assignment transfer will make you wish you only had the cankers again. Perault, my guy in habitually honest appropriations, is apparently cognitive. That selfish bastard probably didn't give 2 thoughts for the terrible position that leaves me in. Somehow I need to have this stuff shipped here without it being on Auntie's books. I guess I'm gonna have to make a trip to the claim and try and meet some of the right people. Maybe I can find him in the bottom runner. My vending machine... Blackmail material on overseas Greeks. My vending machine profits from adrenatime ain't what they should be. My gut thinks whatever they're trying to put in the mix to try and keep people from going all scrappy is also making the effects last longer. And that's not good for my bottom line. I got to put on airs. The claim is sending some specialists to get these ingrates back to work. I can't give them no chance to figure out what's going on. If they kill my grifting, I'll never retire. My best bet is to play like an executive and make it seem like Auntie and I are thick as Borscht and baked beans. If I can intimidate them enough, they won't look at anything too closely.
The beauty of the corporatist ideology rears its ugly head.
I'm just gonna steal that. Oh. Well, no one's gonna see me steal this stuff. And then, let's see what else I can steal. Okay, I'm full on health. Okay. Let's... Hello.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Okay, 12 hours is crazy. Oh, wait.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
The more I hear this, the more I hate it.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office?
Yes.
It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule, and is making me look quite the fool.
Something tells me you already look like that before you're behind.
Unsophisticated, impertinent, dim-witted. You'll fit right in with my peons. So, maybe it'll make sense to you when they babble about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here, we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to.
They're damn lucky to be able to dedicate their lives?
Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited
I mean, we already knew Auntie's Choice was a terrible
derived for us.
corporate.
Why?
To
Can
work
you
for?
imagine suffering under the yoke of a
But this is
sovereign's
like
rule?
comically
Or
bad.
floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication,
Well, luckily we have the
they
blackmail
may
material
even
on
earn
Grace,
some
so
modicum of the success I have enjoyed.
how should I start?
You're asking me? That clearly is your domain.
Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive.
But you're not.
Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but
so
they
you're
must
taking
realize
expired
their
items,
comfort is a
repackaging
distant
them, and
second
selling them
to
as
Auntie's
something
delivery
new?
schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming.
No, they're
We
going
must resolve
on
this before
strike,
things
not
get even
striking
further
people
out of
down.
hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumley? Dunbar. It's Dunbar.
And what does this
I
leader
believe
want?
he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear?
Crystal.
Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Do you have a safe key anywhere?
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Well,
No more bottles on factory floors. Time for unlocked bathroom doors.
the fact that this is happening is crazy.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates.
I mean, this is kind of entertaining to listen to. Anything else?
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans.
Yeah, you stand up for your rights, silly boy, silly. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, we could steal all this food. You know what? I'm just gonna take everything. Ooh, this is actually a lot of food. And then... Well, it's not like they can stop me as long as no one's in here, right? Ooh, yes. Stealing. Well, wait, I'm stealing this from all the workers who should be working. Okay. Let's talk to the boss and see if we can do anything. What is this on the floor? Ooh, a tossball card.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time.
Alright, alright, alright.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates.
Where's your... Where's the leader?
That's
We
right,
don't
folks.
want to
Keep
make
the chanting
demands,
going.
but
I
no
can see
more
the
peeing
overseer
in
up
bottles and
And
cans.
we're definitely making her miserable.
I agree.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time.
No.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Make the most of what you are. Take a ride on that purple worm with you.
Of course, this is a purple maze.
No more bottles on factory floors. Time for unlocked bathroom doors.
Shh. Where is he actually? Is he up here? Dunbar. 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 Wait. guess he's just protesting with them.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
He's somewhere around here.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for adrena time!
Hello.
Whatever it is you're after, go looking for it somewhere else.
Ah, Dunbar.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business.
Wait, what's this? Oh. I'm gonna settle your
my complaints? How exactly you planning
Blackmail.
that? Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is poor labor retention techniques. What's going on is remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that.
So your complaints are that you're being undervalued, unsupported, and mistreated.
Right, exactly. The conditions under which Auntie extracts our labor
So this dumbass is the leader.
Unacceptable.
The strike.
They're egregious, even.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the Undisputed Claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties.
You don't work here?
No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Is it bad that I'm rooting for neither side right now?
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work. Right?
What's it gonna take?
Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're gnawing nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning.
Ew. Well, now that... okay, well that seems reasonable.
Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Honestly, like... Griggs is in there, plotting their oppression. Corporate Griggs is in there, plotting their oppression.
No! Welcome back, Ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour workdays?
Well, to be fair...
12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility,
Sleep.
consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. A lunch break, you say? I suppose that might be a compromise I could make. It would still be a black eye on my sterling reputation, but at least it would get them back to work. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy.
It also breaks when your personal greed interferes with Auntie's bottom line overseer.
What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. What? No, I would never. That's slander and or libel. And you can't prove a thing.
Oh, sure.
Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want?
No.
All right. Though I don't know why you'd waste this capital leverage on benefits for strangers.
I'm not going to take bits from
Suppose
this.
You've got your reasons. Is there more they ask?
And then bathrooms.
They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. Oh my. You're probably right. It's been so long since I've shared a facility, I've forgotten how unpleasant it can be.
Bathrooms are gross.
I trust your insight, and will
Especially
leave it
if you have no one
unlocked from
cleaning
now on.
it. Like,
What more
honestly,
do they want?
would this place hire a janitor? I don't think so. Those bathrooms would just be gross.
Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants!
Okay, this questline is just a lot of back and forth. It's nearly been an hour, and we actually have gotten a lot done with this quest, but it's just like a lot of talking. Alright.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations?
Yeah, actually.
That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off.
I don't need to hear the
promising
details.
development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next?
And then...
Excellent. What progress have you made?
You have a lunch break.
I suppose it's better than nothing. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cream now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her angles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're
'Cause
Auntie's
he's
choice
not.
at all. It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
I suppose that passes for a happy ending among these corporatists. Excellent work, dear.
Thanks, Marisol. Well, So Leo Gray was asking to recruit them. All right. For what? Maybe this questline could have gone very differently if the negotiations failed. I don't know. But I'm curious to see how it could have actually turned out. You're dead.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
Of course. All right. Let's get out of here. Oh, the bathroom was locked. That's hilarious. Nice attention to detail that the bathroom actually was locked. Kind of ridiculous, honestly, but whatever. I don't have access to the safe key. Maybe we can sneak into her office and get it. Why am I saying on to that? That's not cute. Well, I mean, why would the key be out here, out in the open, right? Let's get out of here.
You'd make a great lower manager.
No, thanks. Alright, let's head back to the ship. I keep forgetting to just go to the incognito as opposed to going to the landing pad. Well, we did it, I guess. Great. And then, suppose it's gonna go worse.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now.
Purchase and
From pop guns
Can't
to
tell the
self-propelled
difference between
cannons,
cover and
I have whatever size weaponry you need to make all your problems pass.
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty-was. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
It went well.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
I'd like money. Okay.
Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered. And it was an ideal first step in effecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunko. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of overeducated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
Did you want me to do something?
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities.
Well, what Auntie wants...
Attitude
Auntie
like
gets.
that will take you far around here. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
Auntie's Choice.
Yes, you
I
heard that right.
can't deal with this. I can't deal with this intercom. We've agreed to work with Auntie's Choice, but they'll only help you take the archive once you've built some mutual trust. Oh, wait. What should we do next?
The sale when you're shopping. The best.
Oh my god, he's being stepped on.
Again, Rao. Auntie is bringing the free market to Arcadia. The free market is what allows anyone to choose their path in life. The free market...
Let's look into this murder.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly, in the hopes that you will comply with his request, and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now, I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
What's going on?
I'm somewhat embarrassed to acknowledge that, in my haste to see Virgil, I seem to have led us into a trap. Though ironically, it appears Virgil has been caught as well.
This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
Because he doesn't answer to you.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
What do you want to do here?
It's possible this is a ploy, and the Consul is on to Virgil and I. But if that is so, why lure me here, then meet me openly when Perault could have ambushed me from behind?
Are you mad? Because he seeks to lower your guard, then strike. Surely you don't intend to converse with him about it?
I trust Sentinels no more than you, but I am using this situation to gather information, which I would expect you would also do if you weren't so focused on haranguing me.
I appreciate the support. Though we are not related by blood, I suppose we are just as wont to bicker with one another as true brothers.
Conversation is not likely to distract me from my purpose. I am here to kill no one, but unless there has been some kind of mistake, you must still submit to me.
No.
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
For the same reason that a sprat would not answer a Canid's invitation to dinner.
Not quite how I would put it. We simply do not answer to the Consul. I viewed answering his summons as contradictory with my present duties, and chose to ignore them.
If you had nothing to hide, you would have answered his summons. Now, I'm here to make certain you can avoid them no longer.
This conversation is a farce, but Tristan and I are equals. I wish not to act without his agreement.
For my part, I may suspect the Consul's agents, but I do appreciate that the circumstances of their role is unique. If a fellow Protectorate citizen engages me in combat, I am within my rights to defend myself. But this Sentinel has come to me openly, under the norms of Protectorate law. From his perspective, I could almost see his point.
I just don't want bloodshed.
That is not what I meant, and you know it. I was trying to put myself in a fellow subject's station. This is an unusual situation. Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the consul's summons.
Oh no. Well, yeah.
Commander, one can't just be recruited as an arbiter. You're designated from birth as one, and raised accordingly.
Ah, I see. That was an attempted scheme of some sort.
Well,
I'm afraid I cannot allow your attempted subterfuge. We must do battle.
So much for your plan. Violence it is. Sentinel, I accuse you of impersonating a senior arbiter and threatening to unlawfully incarcerate another. I find you guilty on all counts. Prepare for absolution.
I had dearly hoped your refusal to meet the consul was not rooted in traitorism. But it seems I was wrong. If you expect I should roll over and die, you'll be sorely mistaken.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
My thanks and my hammer.
Sentinel Perault, your orders are as follows. Encounter Arbiter Rao by any means necessary. Interrogate Arbiter Rao to discover why he did not return to central control. If answer unsatisfactory, return him to Praetor for questioning by the consul. Once complete, travel to Oculus collating post. Identify the location of extra room. The room was initially erected in error, but order to demolish was cancelled. Identification of individual who canceled this order shall happen after further information gathering. Search for information related to the death of the Supreme Arbiter.
Resolving this situation directly was the proper move. I shudder to imagine what that sentinel may have wrought unchecked. Did you find anything upon his body?
We did. It seems he was looking into the Supreme Arbiter's death. He sought to follow a lead on one Oculus collating post after confronting us here.
What? That can't be. Why would the consul look into his own crime? He must be seeking a patsy. Or this is a convoluted attempt to lure us into a trap.
The consul expected us to kill his agent, loot the body, and thus prepared a trap for us elsewhere? Convoluted is certainly the operative word. We must investigate. I do. It's important to follow whatever leads we can if we wish to find the truth. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Maybe there's useful information on that computer. As you're likely aware, the Skycutter power facility ceased function some time ago. While we hope to reinitiate control of the facility, it is impossible to gauge when we might be able to activate it again. Unfortunately, this means consistent reliance on our automatic category defenses shall be difficult. Moreover, data transference procedures may be interrupted due to periodic power fluctuations. It is critical that all outstanding data, corrupted and otherwise, be uploaded to the relay for transmission and recovery. Restore file 1. Cecile, I hope all is well for you at the Vox Relay. You're doing the Protector proud. A list of subjects outbound from mentor freshmen crossed my desk. Your name was among the graduates. Granted, Cecile Ivor Corbin is a popular name, but not that popular. I suppose a congratulatory remark is in order considering given. Pass along your recognition to Montel. Were there corporatist incursion on our fair island? I have every confidence with the two of you at the helm. Your father. I write knowing that I've already lost your respect and your mercy. Please spare Westport. Take your righteous anger out on me. I will be made an example of that as you wish. Just don't force my people to suffer from my failures and the consequences that must invariably follow. I know that you cannot acknowledge this message despite whatever comes to pass. I wish you as well as your former commanding officer and as your former friend, Virgil and Hallguard. I feel like we should have unlocked those messages a while ago. I mean, we have a lot of bypasses, but like, I don't think we need them enough to justify the experience boost. What's next? A secret room. Oculus collating post.
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. These security measures should not be operational, and the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
With the inception of our new line of listening posts, I have heard some mutterings that this outpost no longer requires the presence of its dutiful tenders, and that we shall all soon find ourselves replaced with automated systems and sent to serve the Protectorate elsewhere. Do not allow these rumors to bring about idleness. Be sure to replicate the data you are tasked with managing. What is innocent today may be seditious tomorrow. Docking logs purged. If this was due to malfunction, please contact the technician. If this was due to malfeasance, please contact an arbiter. The store is marked shut.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here. My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Oh wait, there's a passcode. Maybe we should have tried to figure that out. Go with the Sovereign's blessing.
Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Maybe I was too hasty in using that, Well, I'm glad this didn't attack us. Breath of the Vindicator Platinum. Okay, we're back out here. Bathroom.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts. Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place. Be wary for anything that may be a clue as to the hidden room's location.
Well, that was...
I'm certain of movement below.
Passcode is Limber.
No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it. Ambergris can't be it. That's too short for a facility like this. Wait. Oh, no.
Of the strategies of feigning innocence I have seen, this is certainly the most pathetic. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait. I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
You... cadet?
I knew this man when I was still a cadet. Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause... whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him.
No, don't do that.
That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An Arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible.
Don't get smart with me. What do you remember about Tristan, if anything?
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
Kind of funny, honestly.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
No, that's funny. You should keep doing that.
My patience is beginning to dwindle. We should put an end to this morose situation as soon as we can.
What exactly were you supposed to do?
I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions. I don't have a choice. Do you think I like having these holes in my memory? There's nothing I can do to answer you.
I think we should...
I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not.
You... no.
No. I will not compromise myself to let criminals and traitors lay waste to my beloved protectorate. Luther Okada, prepare for absolution.
If I must die, I will die fighting on my feet.
I'm not touching him. Well, she is.
That's at an end, it would seem. Let us see what remains on the terminal he was so interested in.
Wow. Oh, Tristan's market. Hey, a hammer. Well, I really couldn't have stopped him, I think. Maximum incorrect access attempts reached. Save sealing chamber until user identity confirmed by login. Please enter a passcode to verify your login. Self-reminder, should the code lapse from your memory. Recall, judgment serves as the Arbiter's hammer. What is the Arbiter's scalpel?
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years.
Let me try to guess.
Our work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you'll be able to surmise it exactly, but come even close, and I shall be impressed. For myself, the Supreme Arbiter, and Virgil especially, if judgment is the Arbiter's gavel, what is the Arbiter's scalpel?
Do I have multiple choice? Oh, well...
Not quite, I'm afraid. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Deletion occurred 236 days ago. To my most esteemed sovereign, I messaged to inform you of the recent casualty estimates of my arbiters. In their last year of fighting, we have lost several thousand of Arcadia's finest. This doubles those lost in the first 2 years of fighting together. Each subject taken from us by the Protectorate's enemies have been revenged 100-fold, but the losses continue to mount. I know that whatever pain I feel is only a fraction of that you feel for the losses of your people, just as I know that you most assuredly have a plan for the deliverance from our many foes. I urgently await your command, just as I've awaited it each day for the last few years, Supreme Arbiter Andros. The Consul has requested a meeting with me in my quarters at Praetor. Exact intent uncertain, but no doubt involves some convoluted justification for his latest stratagem. It's as if he can sense when I'm both at my busiest and least interested in seeing him. The execution he broadcast of those captured exemplars was barbaric. Were these not once our siblings? Could we not have at least interrogated them, broken them, perhaps impressed a few back into Protectorate service? He's a brute who can only see violence as the solution to every problem. But I know it would be a mistake to ignore a request such as this. Perhaps one of my pupils can handle my duties in my temporary absence. It would be a useful learning experience. I never expected it necessary to return to this location after its automation. The Sovereign has assured us that central control is perfectly safe, yet as we saw in Golden Ridge with the complete withdrawal of our forces some months ago, the old assumptions are so much cosmic dust. This shall be my secondary office. Scurrying about like an insect is immensely dishonorable, but if I am killed, I shudder to imagine what would become of my arbiters. Preventing this room's demolition during the retrofitting process was a prudent move. If only I could convince the Sovereign to use the same prudence when committing my arbiters. But I best keep thoughts such as that here where no one else knows to tread. We can only hope the tide of war changes, and soon. My pupils progressed tolerably. Latest experiment, period of unsupervised leave on Bastion for a week. 37 arrests total, 6 executions. Listening devices caught Virgil saying the Consul's mustache looks like a breadworm. Disappointed at his lack of tact. Will need to be severely reprimanded. Should know better than to say that when it could be so easily heard. He's not the only one who needed discipline. Tristan's anger is on a tight leash. His observational acumen is impressive, but he misses details in high-stress situations. He needs to be a better master of himself. Virgil, for his part, keeps steady in dire situations, but he lacks iron. There should have been at least 12 executions this week, but Virgil balked each time he was alone. Perhaps he can gain some of Tristan's mettle, perhaps Tristan might learn some of Virgil's self-control. The two will become fast friends. I hope this does not hamper them when it comes time for one to prove himself over the other.
I warned you when we initially agreed to travel together that I would need to follow my principles in certain circumstances. I hope you understand my doing so. It doesn't matter how lost and confused Okada may have appeared. It was his decision to join forces with the enemies of the Protectorate, and today he reaped the results of that choice. Let us return to the matter at hand. From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. What could Sub Rosa want with one of our abandoned stations? How could they have known there was anything of note here? Seems this is a question worth continuing to pursue. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. I wish I could take more solace in Okada's death. Alas.
I don't know if he did the right thing.
Worry? My only worry is that still other vermin plague Arcadia and the Protectorate, bent on tearing it apart from without or within. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
I wonder what this means. Oh, whatever. I don't have time to figure this out right now.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared. Potentially. In the past, the locale was shared equally between us Arbiters and the Consul Sentinels. However, considering the traitors crawling throughout the rest of Arcadia, I fear what duplicity the Consul may have wrought at Central Control. No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent was an odd wrinkle, but that still does not fly in the face of what I believe. Excellent. I look forward to it.
I guess we're heading back to Praetor.
Let us make our way to Central Control forthwith.
Well, I guess we can do that side quest first. And then finish Tristan's storyline. You're supposed to be with a research assistant around here. Well... Well, these Gorvids are tough. Blood. Okay, that's a great sign.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
my thanks and my hammer.
Yeah, I was like, we had a lot of food. We should probably eat that. They even killed the raptidons. Now, where is this assistant? Bloody spot. Before you lies a large pool of what is most likely human blood. Next to it lies a small, intricate device. The device contains a large directional indicator and an obvious power switch. The indicator hangs loosely in the position it was last left in. There is nothing I hate more than helping that monster of a head researcher run her experiments. All 5 other assistants torn to pieces, and what does she do? Set me up to do the same thing. No armed escort, no weapons, no nothing. Just a stupid tracking device and beacon. I've had my share of troubles, but this is proper crazy. I ain't going nowhere near that nest. Just gonna throw the beacon towards it and run like the void back to base. After that, maybe I'll sign on for a much safer job like frontline soldiering. A ring of small black backlights flare to life, and the directional indicator swings around, indicating towards whatever it's tracking. Given the compact nature of the device and its power source, you quickly surmise the item it's targeting can't be too far away.
You have my thanks and my hammer. Assist me, will you? My death will be a stain on both of us.
Take him out! Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Well, we made it pretty far there.
and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Admit, I require medic.
How are you still upright over there? Distraction. Let's skip the diplomacy. You had my back. Appreciate a little help, Commander. You had my back.
This must be the research assistant you were sent to find. No one's left with them. The Gorvids were less than kind. It's probably just a check just in case. You find a small metal capsule, which seems to be the target of the tracking device you acquired earlier, as well as some crumpled notes detailing the task this poor doomed fool was sent on by his rather uncaring supervisor. No eggs.
Attention, Commander. There may be valuable parts at this location that can improve the functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automax factory strategically optimize your Valerie unit's combat effectiveness. Building factory schematics. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere around Mars.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Well, that takes care of all of them, I guess. Yeah, so we have a lot of good weapons in our repertoire now. Basically, what's a sniper rifle? And a good shotgun as well. And of course we have the weapons that use shock rods. Whoops. Hey, let me climb. This thing is nasty.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
Well, this was not worth it. Let's leave. Oh.
Disturbance. Detect disruptive influences.
Who's that?
my thanks and my hammer.
Okay.
Have you made any progress yet? I can barely contain my excitement. That's unfortunate, but I'm sure he died doing what he loved, helping me do science. Here's your reward. You've certainly earned it. Now, back to my lab. I'm going to get so many papers published. Every biological researcher will know my name. There's going to be statues of me.
That's it? We can't even call her out? Well, we still have time to finish Tristan's quest, hopefully. Is there an auto-dock station here? I thought there was, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Yeah, we got a long way to go. The Automike production facility. Is this really where we need to go? I don't think so.
That's one hell of a wall. Going over or under's out of the question. What about around?
Thankfully, we've options. I recall a secret passage in the tomb of the matriarch that will see us around the blockade. That sound! Mortar fire! We must take cover immediately!
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Commander, steel yourself! I despise asking for aid, and yet none shall stand against us. Rosemead, my injuries are not...
Guns cocked and loaded. Get the signal. Look at me. You look like a regular dock body. Plan on conjuring ammo from behavior. We ought to get the crafting side.
How am I supposed to get there?
have we here? You're definitely not a member of my battalion. You best be here on business. My time is valuable. We were working on getting around it by tunneling through a mountain. Unfortunately, work is ground to a halt, extending my deployment on this void-forsaken dirtball.
I guess the only way through is to go through the tomb of the matriarch. I think next stream, I think this is it for our Outer Worlds 2 stream for today. I think next time we will continue with the main quest and complete both of the main quests on Praetor. Then we'll be able to continue our companion quests, finding a new upgrade for Valerie, continuing Tristan's investigation, and then helping Inez get closure for her friend. But I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you guys next time in Outer Worlds 2.